Game Day continues with Aggie Call. Your chance to talk about today's game. Sponsored by Alpine Home Medical, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Les Olson Company, Jarek's Fine Jewelry, My Mattress, Elements Restaurant, Cache Valley Bank, Castelite, Daryl's Appliance, Advanced Fireplace and Stove, Cache Valley Ear, Nose and Throat, White Pine Funeral Home, S.E. Needham Jewelers, and LSS Insurance. KVNU Game Day with Al Lewis and John Russell.
And the Spectrum final is Utah State 81 and the Lobos of New Mexico 56. The Aggies led at the half 38-21. They were out to a 20-7 lead early in the game. They had a 12-0 run after New Mexico scored the first points of the game. Aggies made their first 8 shots in the game. And exactly, John Russell, as what this Utah State Aggie team needed at this particular point is a game like this tonight to get back a little bit of good feeling as far as winning, besides playing pretty good basketball, too.
Yeah.
Oh, just a second. Why is this? There we go.
There we go. Well, yeah, absolutely. Just exactly what the Aggies needed. I'm going to be honest. Little concerned last week. New Mexico seemed to be playing pretty well, but tough loss.
Week ago tonight, they beat Wyoming.
Yeah, and but they come back, tough loss, give San Jose State their first conference win of the year, and it was home cooking. It'll never do you wrong. And tonight, Aggies were cooking.
The first 8 shots were in. I'll tell you what, like I said before the game, anybody who went to the Spectrum tonight deserves, they got to win, because just to get in that building as cold as it was going up in front of the hill and all of that, the wind and everything that's blowing, and maybe that's what scared New Mexico, even though Albuquerque can be cold at times and stuff like that, but it's nothing like this tonight. Jalen Moore, again, we talked about it before the game. I mean, this is another blowout win. It wasn't a close win, so the Aggies didn't have to make a winning play or two. But boy, they really did do the right things at the right time to put this game away pretty early tonight.
Yeah, and I thought that was important. At this point, we wanted a win, and we'd take it anyway. So this is a good one. Like we said, they capitalized on a lot of areas that we think they needed to get better at. They defended well. They didn't turn over the ball. They out-rebounded them. They shot 90% from the free throws. Just can't be mad about it. Our starters put up big stats tonight. Everybody pitched in, and I thought this was a big win. We needed this one, especially with Colorado State coming in on Saturday. So I thought we did what we needed to do this game, and definitely our defense and everything looked better, because I think the chance, that New Mexico had to beat us was Mashburn or House having a really big game, and we didn't let either of those happen.
And what's amazing, you remember they had 17 threes against us the first time. I think they had 5 at the end of the night tonight. But we made 4 threes in that 12-0 run that the Aggies had in there. Or there was in the early part of the game. There were those 3-point shots that went in, and and we were right on before the game. Jalen, we're talking about Justin Bean had 6 against Boise State. He's not going to have another bad game. He was really good tonight.
Yeah, he's really good. And like we said, he's a human, and you're eventually going to have a game where a little bit of an off game, and most of the time great players bounce back or prove that they're capable of bouncing back, and that's what he did. He comes back out, he gets another double-double, shoots the ball great from 3-point, from field goals, total 9 of 13, 21-10, 5 assists. He did it all tonight, and we needed that performance from him like that. And we kind of figured we would get one from after the performance he had up in Boise. So it's awesome to see the leader and the star player bounce back like that.
Yeah, certainly a great game for Justin. He played well. But you look down the line, it looked, pretty much everybody had a solid game all the way around. But Jalen, it seemed like more importantly, the Aggies kind of got back to the game that they've been playing when they've been successful. Very fluid, good help on defense. What did you see as far as that went?
Yeah, I agree. I think we've been shooting the ball really, really well, much better. And when that happened, our defense slipped a little bit. And this is a game where we did both things for 2 halves. Our offense and defense looked really good. Like you said, our help side was on point. Our rebounding was on point. We knew coming in they had 2 really good scorers, 2 guys that could really light it up. You hold House to 2 points and Mashburn to 13. I think those are the biggest things that stand out to me is we hadn't done the best job of holding other teams' best players in check. In this game, we did it. So I thought that was the biggest thing to me.
One of the things I noticed, Zapala's playing better with each game. He had a solid game tonight.
6 boards.
6 boards.
Two
He had a
block
couple
shots.
blocks. And he was kind of a force. What are you seeing in his game specifically and what he's been able to offer?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, he's been good defensively, and he's been offensively active around the rim as well, finishing with dunks, putbacks, putting himself in positions to get boards or tip outs. And, I thought he did a great job of not playing a lot at the beginning and the middle of the season, and come around towards the end of the season, coach puts him in, and that's a lot of trust you have in a player. And the thing for him is he stayed ready. He didn't come in and have a lapse or make a bunch of mistakes. He paid attention, he stayed ready, and now he's gotten his chance, and he's capitalized on that.
So what do you do if you're coach, though, after tonight, you had 10 guys with 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes on the floor. And granted, it was a blowout. A lot of guys got some time. But you've got Brock coming back. He's certainly going to be, a presence with the team. Hamoda's, demanding a little more time. Zapala's playing well. Where do you want to be if you're the coach at this point as you roll into the Mountain West tournament?
Yeah, and it's tough. Like you said, this game's a little bit more easy to coach. You get guys in there and get them all at 10-plus minutes. That's big for them and big for the experience and stuff like that. Closer games, usually he'll probably still cut it down 8 or 9 players. But like you said, it's a tough decision. He's got Brock coming back, and the way that Hamoda's been playing, it's tough. I'm kind of thinking, we go with that 9-man rotation. I think Zapala's kind of earned more minutes over Dorius the last few games. And with Brock coming back, I think he's going to pitch in there because he's our shooter. He's an energy guy. But I'm thinking we probably will get around a 9-man rotation as the conference tournament comes around.
We should mention that Justin Bean did pass Preston Medlin to be the number 18 all-time leading scorer tonight, as he needed 13 points to do that, and he ended up with 21. Horvath really good tonight with the 19. Didn't get the rebounds and assists, but his offense was terrific. And R.J. Otterock got to play in front of his mom, who came for the first time to Logan. Now, I believe she has watched him play at UMBC before, coming over from London, but the former basketball coach herself. I could see one of the times they showed her on TV, she was calling a foul. She goes, "That's a foul, that's a foul." And he ended up with a good finish in the game to end up with his 5 points and 4 rebounds in there. And you know what was really good tonight too, Jalen, is to have Bairstow and Ashworth both back contributing, playing comfortable basketball. Now, again, the game is more comfortable because it's not the defense of San Diego State. It's not the defense of Boise State to go against New Mexico. But it was nice to have those guys contributing too.
Yeah, I think that's big. Bairstow got back. Ashworth got back. Ashworth had a really good stat line, and so did Bairstow. They looked good. They did what they did, what they do, and what we need them to do, and they've looked good doing it. And the thing about it is, this is just a big win. You got Colorado State coming in, and I thought our offense was good the first time against Colorado State. It was our defense and not being able to guard their 2-star players, which we got a little bit of a taste of that tonight. We did a great job. We passed that test, and on Saturday, here comes another duo that's one of the best in the Mountain West, and we got to do a job on them as well.
Roddy is he's a different character by himself to have to handle. Your keys to the game tonight: Castelite, the do-it-yourself headquarters for people again who are going to do outdoor work and build and do walls, and we use brick and block and all those things. Castelite comes through. You were right on. You said keep the guys in check. They averaged 35 between Mashburn and House. They ended up with 15. No more than 12 turnovers, you said tonight? They had 11, the Aggies did. And execute offensively, 53% shooting, made 8 threes, didn't shoot an exorbitant number of there. So I think your keys are right on, Jalen. So remember, Okay, go ahead.
Nope, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if you wanted to comment on that, that's fine. You were right on, and I was just going to pat you on the back, and you did a great job there.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I knew that was going to be crucial. Those two guys can affect the game so much, House and Mashburn. So I just knew this was going to be a great test, and our guys definitely needed to pass the defensive test, and they did that this game. And we knew that turnovers were factors in our last few losses, and we had been turning the ball over too much. And so only getting 11 and having 20 to 23 assists that we had, that's a great assist to turnover ratio.
23 to 32. And again, House was not a factor in the game. Mashburn made a couple of jumpers, but just 5 for 15. So you get Keys ready for Colorado State on Saturday. We'll be on at 7:30. And again, the next weekend after that is when you're doing your All-Star game with your next level basketball. And you've got one, I know you have interest in boys and girls basketball. Ridgeline plays for the state championship in 4A tomorrow in girls. That'll be the only local team. Ridgeline boys got knocked out by Dixie 56 to 47, and Skyview lost at the end in the last 10 seconds, I guess, to Snow Canyon, 47-45, your old alma mater, so I know you're not happy about that. But again, you've got boys and girls that I know you've worked with, and they'll be in the All-Star game and the skills competition, all of that on that Saturday. And then more importantly, if kids want to play competitive basketball in a tournament situation here in the next little while with your next level basketball teams, they need to go to nextlevel435.com, the parents do, to find out how they can get their kids involved, right?
Yep, all of that sounds great. I appreciate it.
Okay, well, we appreciate you. Jalen, talk to you Saturday, okay?
Hey, thank you, guys.
The great Jalen Moore joining with us after the Aggies win tonight, 81-56. Jake Ellis will be talking to players and coaches up at the Spectrum, or at least be a part of the press conference. He'll send that back to us. You can join with us again with your texts. The text line from Guild Mortgage at 435-339-0321. Our phone number is 753-5868. And it is game day on KVNU, and the Aggies break the 4-game losing streak.
Steven, stop dragging your feet. Don't you give me that look. You've had a bad attitude all day. Now, look, I know you'd rather be with your friends right now, but this has to be done. And either you start cooperating or I'm going to start taking things away from you. And I think you know what that means, don't you, Steven?
Yes, honey, I do.
All right.
Okay.
Watch it.
Bigger isn't always better. At Cast-A-Lite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalite.com.
Winter is upon us, which is the best reason to have a clean and healthy home. This is Darryl with ChemDry of Northern Utah. Let us come and make your carpets, rugs, and upholstery and hardwood as clean as it can be. Platinum certified with the Carpet and Rug Institute and Indoor Air Quality Association. ChemDry's hot carbonation and quick dry times will leave your homes healthy and ready to combat the cold and flu season. We're a company that you can trust. Call ChemDry of Northern Utah.
ChemDry of Northern Utah. ChemDry of Northern Utah. 435-752-6100.
Ascent Aesthetics is a premier aesthetic practice. Doctors Benyon, Blotter, and Robinette of Cache Valley Ear, Nose, and Throat are proud to offer you a professional aesthetics team. The Ascent team is passionate about education, best techniques, products, procedures, and services. If you're looking for help with Botox, fillers, microneedling, laser hair removal, medical-grade facials, or skincare, Ascent will help you feel confident, beautiful, and refreshed. See which Ascent service is right for you and learn more at AscentAesthetics.com. That's AscentAesthetics.com.
Elements has delicious lunch specials, 2 for $30, or the new soup, salad, and bread special for just $10. It's tasty and quick. Elements lunch menu is full of scrumptious items prepared with a personal touch. Wood-fired pizzas are an excellent choice that include barbecue chicken and the bee's knees. The fresh battered halibut fish and chips with seasoned fries is always a hit. And don't forget the fan favorite Munster Burger, casual or professional. Open Monday through Thursday, 11:30 to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11:30 to 9 p.m. Visit theelementsrestaurant.com for reservations today.
KVNU Aggie Game Day. Before and after every game, we've let you have a local radio station you can hear. Again, previews of the game with Jalen. I had some good interviews tonight with Brandon Horvath and Simon Zapala before the game, along with the coach. We'll do the same on Saturday night. Our intent is to get Brock Miller on to talk about, again, his career at Utah State, which, of course, that was probably, in a lot of ways, one of the nicer things tonight. I mean, people are excited about getting custard because they got past 75 again. But who'd want custard when it's this cold?
But not me, no.
Okay, but no, it's always good. But Brock Miller getting back and playing after missing 14 consecutive games.
Well, you just saw when he came, because he was up in the tunnel kind of stretching out trying to get ready. And when he came out, I've never seen a warm-up torn off with such gusto and vigor. You could tell he was so excited, and the crowd was out. And the only downside was that before he came in, there was a TV timeout.
Yeah, so they didn't get to introduce him to come into the game.
So that was disappointing. And every time you could just feel the energy kind of ramped up. And he missed his first shot, but then when he hit his second one, the crowd just erupted, and he was waving at him. And no, it's key. And I've been critical of Brock throughout his career here. There's been times where it's been a little frustrating with him. But here's a guy who's clearly a team leader. It's clearly a guy that everybody looks at.
Looks to him. There's your key. Yeah. You just made the key words there, John.
And he just, everybody loves him. He's a team player. He's the definition of a team player. And he's going to be important, like Jalen was saying there. I think it's going to be important, not because he's going to go out and score 20, 25 points, but he's just going to provide some stability in that threat and bring the team together, provide some cohesiveness.
And again, he did score, which was great to get him into this game to get that. Obviously, we were excited about seeing him finally make a basket. I think all of us were really excited to see that happen for Brock Miller tonight. RJ with his mom. Hey, Coach Odom had his legendary coaching dad, Dave Odom, in the stands. He was here yesterday. Got a chance to meet him. He says his son is really excited about coming here to Utah State and building this program and all. And it was the first time he'd seen a game live in the Spectrum. He's been watching on TV. He's been here before, but he hadn't been here during the season. And so he's probably thinking, okay, he's got to come to every single game now the rest of the way if they're going to play like this.
Exactly.
And RJ's mom's got to stay here. Brock's got to play again and all this to keep all the good stuff going.
And they also have to recognize that it's cold. It's not normally like this. It's a little chilly.
Well, we get cold, but we don't get wind like this.
Oh, it was horrible.
This is more like Wyoming and stuff like that, too.
Absolutely.
Hey, and then the football team got honored at halftime. To be honest, they probably should have done that at another game, like on a weekend, or maybe something. But maybe this is the first chance they had. But again, it's nice that they brought the football team in, and what a lift that football program's given to us this past little while at Utah State.
Well, I think it's important for people to recognize that you get good leaders, good coaches, guys that really care about the program,
and you get great
love
players
what they do.
Too.
And you get good players, and that combination comes together. And what was great is after they were leaving the court, crowd started chanting, "We want Bama," and I think there's a belief in a lot of people that we've got
Connecticut.
a chance.
We can't overlook Connecticut before we play.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want to go into that game 0-1, but I think that's the difference. Is that in years past it would have been, oh, cool, we're going to go to Alabama and see what. There are people that think we've got a chance.
Well, but there's football players who think
and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And at least that's the one thing Gary Anderson's years started to do is we turned it a bit against some of the better teams. Then they laid the egg against LSU the year when they had a chance with Jordan Love to go down there and do something, and they didn't want to play that. But that one still bothers me. But so again tonight we're doing Aggie post game day. I want to mention Cache Valley Ear, Nose, and Throat, one of our sponsors. Again, for runny nose and itchy eyes for the season allergies, they have careful control for serious food and drug allergies, and they can help you right now to get ready for some of the spring stuff coming up. That's Cache Valley Ear, Nose, and Throat, CacheValleyENT.com. So, again, Utah State, if you're just tuning in, we should mention the Boise State-San Diego State game tonight.
Yeah, you caught that. I missed that.
San Diego State trailed the whole game. They were up early, like 8-2 or 6-2 or 10-4 early. Boise went on a run first half, led by 10 at the half. I think they might have had an 11-point lead one time in the second half, and then San Diego State started to get closer and closer. About a minute to go, that Baker Mazzara hit a shot and gave them their first lead in the second half. And then they came back and they were down. Shaver had made a couple free throws or a shot, as I remember. And then all of a sudden, here's Bradley as they're up by one after they had scored, I think Mintz had scored on a dunk or something. They had a 1-point lead, and Bradley at the foul line with 7 seconds to go at Boise. He missed both free throws. Boise got the rebound, came down, Kejab went in, got fouled, and Kejab made 2 free throws with 1 second to go, had 21 points, and Boise State pulled it off by 1 point. by 58-57 over San Diego State.
That's who San Diego State would want on the line. Bradley is their guy.
Absolutely.
And to miss both, I mean, maybe misses one, but
I didn't see the misses, but I saw him. I was watching the play-by-play at the time, and then I tried to flip over there and didn't get a chance to see it. And then tonight, Fresno State just drilled Air Force, 65-40. Air Force is really having trouble right now. Yep. They just seem like they have hit the wall. We thought San Jose might be headed, and all of a sudden San Jose ripped this New Mexico team. Yeah. We've still got to go there. So tomorrow night, Wyoming at Colorado State. And then Friday night is San Jose State at San Diego State. Then the Aggies are a part of the Saturday schedule. UNLV is hosting Boise State. UNLV is playing at Nevada right now, and they lead 35-33 in the second half. They've come back and grabbed the lead, although it's been tied 4 times with 7 lead changes. So it's been a pretty close competitive game at Reno between these two teams. And Nevada has won 3 straight. Vegas has won 2 straight. The longest win streak in the conference was going into tonight, San Diego State, and they lost. So Boise State's now won 3 in a row. So they lead the conference as far as the standings go at 13-2. Wyoming will be 11-2 into tomorrow night. Colorado State will be 11-4. San Diego State's 9-4. Yeah. So, and San Diego State will play one last game because they're not going to play New Mexico twice.
No, they're not. They've already announced that. UNLV, this will be a big win for them.
If they can do it.
If they can pull it off. They were down there for a while, so for them to come back and to pick up a win in Reno, that'll be big for them.
They are playing very well. All right, back with more of Aggie Game Day in just a moment. The Aggies win it tonight again against the Lobos of New Mexico, and that's now 5 consecutive times they've beaten them in Logan and in the series as the Aggies win tonight a final score of 81-56. Game day continues.
This is Ryan, My Mattress. I have a little bit of a bone to pick with online bed-in-a-box mattresses. If value is the combination of price and quality, these beds are not a good value. They cost about $1,000 and they last about 3 years. That's not a very good ratio. At My Mattress, you can get a $799 Sealy Posturepedic that will last you 10 plus years. The best value is at My Mattress. Isn't it time to sleep exceptionally?
Hey, did you drop the ball on Valentine's Day? If so, I can help you make up for it. This is Jarek from Jarek's Fine Jewelry. No matter where you're at in your relationship, we have something she'll love. Stop in and we'll help you pick her out a thoughtful yet inexpensive necklace, pair of earrings, bracelet, watch, or even if you're ready for the next step, with our selection of over 3,000 designs, we'll find her the perfect engagement ring. Even after Valentine's Day, it's all about the romance. Make it special, make it Jarek's.
This is Dave Simmons for Les Olson Company. Your team's in the locker room ready to get out there and play to win, but you see a player you don't recognize. They're wearing your jersey and even know your coach's name. But who are they? Would you let this stranger look at your team's playbook? That's exactly how phishing attacks work. In 2020, the number of phishing attacks against businesses doubled compared to the previous year. Don't take risks. Take action with the Les Olson Security Suite. Get your free network assessment at lesolson.com.
Cold weather is here. Let the gold medal winner in the Best of Northern Utah's fireplace category help you update your home with Napoleon's full line of gas or wood-burning products. Building a new home? Let the professionals at Advanced Fireplace and Stove design and install your fireplace. From traditional to modern, Napoleon has something for every design and every budget. Install a product that will allow your family to make memories for years to come. Stop by at their showroom or visit them at advancedfireplaceandstove.com.
The Aggies are always number 1 here. It's KVNU Game Day with Al Lewis and John Russell.
Just saw Bryce Hamilton pour in his 19th point of the game, and Nevada calls a timeout as Vegas is starting to roll a little bit over there at Reno, but there's still a lot of time left in that game. Aggies win tonight 81-56. Get the record to 16-13, stop the losing streak, get their 9th win at home, 7th in conference play. They can still finish at 500. And this portion of our game day brought to you by My Mattress. People sleep better when they go see the two brothers, Travis and Ryan Lenhart, down at My Mattress again by the South Walmart. And it's James's turn always on Postgame Aggie Call. What's up tonight, James? What'd you think?
Hey, guys. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. At least I'm warm. I've been inside.
Well, that was going to be my first comment. I was really glad they won tonight, because it was cold walking in and it was cold walking out. So it was nice to be warmed up with a good win from these guys tonight. I thought they came out really strong tonight, and I thought they finished strong. You know, that 1 point for the first few minutes, I think they were at 100% field goal, 100% 3 points. I mean, 100% free throws. They came out really strong, and I liked how they finished. The other thing that I thought was good that I noticed was a lot better intensity on defense tonight, and I think that really helped. The guys looked like they were out there. They were pushing hard, fighting hard, and really going at it with those guys in terms of playing really solid defense. So I really did like that. The other thing I thought was really good, their free throw percentage, and I know you'll probably talk about it tonight. I think it was around 86%, 87%.
Yeah, they hit 9, but only 9 out of 10. They're just, I mean, lately, this is the kind of game tonight they weren't going to get a lot of fouls called, and so.
Right.
But and again, lately we have. Early in the year, we were going to the foul line a lot more than the opponents, and then it's kind of changed the last little while. What did I say on the pregame? We're like minus 27 in the losing streak at the foul line, and tonight we went plus 6 against New Mexico at the foul line. So.
Yeah, that was good, and I agree with you guys. It was good to see Brock out there. Everybody loves Brock, and he brought a lot of excitement back. So it's good to see him out there playing, and hopefully this is this is the time of the year when we need to be winning games and getting prepared for the conference finals, and losing those 4 games and then coming out. I think this is going to be a big boost for the team as they get with Colorado this Saturday and the other games they have.
Yep,
so
that'll be the
good
key.
win. I liked it.
Good. Okay, James, anything else?
No,
good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. You warm
program.
up, get the heater going or whatever. And John, I don't mean to be a naysayer, but this is New Mexico, and it's their defense that we operated against. Even Colorado State's better on defense than New Mexico is. And Colorado State's not Fresno, Boise, San Diego State. I think they're probably the elite defenses in this league, but it's New Mexico. So.
Well, you're right, and they're not as good as those teams. However, we needed an opportunity to kind of get some confidence.
And we did play intense.
And do what we wanted
like he's
to.
talking about. We did show the intensity right off the bat.
Yeah. But they're going to have to be ready to step it up to another level. And the other difference is our defense was good, but we were not playing against people like Roddy or Stevens.
Now, Stevens, you get a little bit of Mashburn house with Stevens. Stevens' pretty refined game. He has not had some of the greatest games lately. That's what I've noticed about Stevens. Roddy's been kind of carrying him, and then he had a really poor game against Vegas. Yeah. So, that's tomorrow night. It'll be interesting. Like I said, I almost hope Colorado State plays well tomorrow night and beats Wyoming rather than lose 2 games in a row and come in here on Saturday night,
Well, you want them to come in, just
because they're supposedly in the tournament
high.
right now.
Yeah.
If they lose to Wyoming and then they come in here, and if they get beat here, they could all of a sudden find themselves, hey, they're going to have to win the tournament too or something.
Well, that's an interesting point. You look at what all the predictions are right now. It's that the Mountain West will have 4 in there. But the problem is that these guys are beating up on one another, and that's all they need to do. They love the big conferences.
San Diego State's now 17-7. That's not great overall. No. They've now lost both games to Boise. They've still got Wyoming to go in a game. In fact, they might play them twice in the next little while. I can't remember. They got to play them at least once. They've got. I guess they're done. No, did they have a Colorado State again one more time? San Diego State? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think they lost there. Remember, they came back and almost won the game, and then Colorado State won the game, and then so.
Their remaining schedule, they've got San Jose coming up in a couple days, then at Wyoming, hosting Fresno, and then at Nevada.
Okay, that's where they will be. Okay, we do have Brock Miller from the Spectrum. Daryl's Appliance, we appreciate them as one of our sponsors. You buy from Daryl's, you get that no-risk extended warranty if you want to take that. And you know what? After 5 years, if you haven't used it, they give you your money back. Warranty covers everything. That's right. No crazy copays at all. And they have the best names of appliances, too. Daryl's Appliance, beautiful downtown Vincent.
Oh, yeah, they'll get out of the way.
Oh, looks like Took a little while for him to get Brock set up here, so it looks like. Okay, here we go.
Come on there, Brock Miller. Thoughts on this one? We got 1 week. That's a good start. No, I thought we came out tonight. We played against a really good New Mexico team. They're obviously very talented, and they lead the conference in shooting percentage from three. So, coming into this game, I thought our defense was excellent. Coach had us prepared and ready to go, and I was really proud of our guys and how we were able to come together and get stops and scores and stops and scores, and against a really good team. So, overall, it was a good win for us. Obviously, we've been through a lot this season in the past few games, so it was a good home win for us to get us going a little bit. So I thought overall, proud of the guys. It's a great game.
How good did it feel to check back in, hit that three, student section going nuts?
Oh, man, that was unbelievable, and I'm really humbled with just the opportunity that I've been given to play, and when it's taken away from you a little bit from bad health, you realize how great it is to be out there. And shout out to the Herd. They're amazing, and I love everything about Utah State and what they bring, and the fans, everyone who comes out, and the support of my teammates and allowing me to hit that shot. Brandon made a really great pass for a wide open three, and it felt really good to be back out with the team and just to be part of it. I mean, I've been part of it, but haven't been on the floor for a while, so it's good to be back on the floor.
What percentage would you say you're at right
now, Brock? That's a really good question, and I actually do not want to disclose that because of teams in this conference. I'm going to say 100%. Anything else for Rob?
Well, that was a big shot, though, you hit, though, for the team, too. Not that you're really in danger letting the league slip away, but you missed 11 straight as a team from three. And you guys hit like three straight after you hit yours.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, it was a good shot, and overall, I thought we shot the ball pretty well, too. Obviously, we had, like you said, some moments where we were missing some shots, but I think overall we were able to knock down those shots, and I love being part of that. So.
What's your wife's due date?
So a week from today, we'll have a baby boy, and so we'll have him before we go to San Jose State.
Okay. So that's the plan.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the plan right now. So we're excited. We're excited about it.
Like we said, that is the plan, and let's hope that the plan works. There's like an inducement date is what he told me the other day. But who knows? This is their first.
Yeah.
And it's within the last week or couple of weeks here. Anything could happen in those kind of situations.
Well, that's a good week for him. He can make this one heck of a week. Have a baby and go out and
get back
score
and play
and
win a couple of games and get the win streak going and keep it going towards Las Vegas and make it interesting down there.
Again, after he made that bucket, the manner in which it was huge for him, but it just, as he said, I don't think he truly appreciated everything that he's had and the way the Herd supported him and surrounded him throughout all this. The fans were so excited to have him, and he's the guy that comes in and helps out. And I think that all the players look up to him. The coaching staff looks up to him.
Coach Odom has been, ever since the start, he has talked about how much of a leader he is for this team. And it's always been Bean and Miller. Yeah. It's always been the two of them together. He hasn't wanted to separate them at all as far as leadership for this team. Yeah. And that's why he's tried to be a part of the team, even though he hasn't been able to be around them all the time or been to all the games, too. Every once in a while.
He has, but you see him out there,
he's tried to make most of them.
He's one of the guys, when they would get on a run, he's out there, even if he's in street clothes. Yep. High fives, pats on the back.
Jarek's Fine Jewelry, another one of our sponsors. Make it special. Make it Jarek's. Post-game, Aggies win 81-56. Got the coach coming up, and it also looks like Justin Bean after the game from the Spectrum. Jake Ellis has been busy with the media tonight. We'll have that for you next as we continue game day on this Tuesday night on KVNU.
By George! Daryl's Appliance present day sale is a great time to buy appliances. This is Jay from Daryl's Appliance. Get the lowest price on Whirlpool, Maytag, and GE appliances and save an extra 10% on scratch and dent appliances. Interest-free financing available. Stop in to check out the presidential savings in the store on Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Hurry, this sale ends soon. Daryl's west on Airport Road, open until 6 p.m. on weekdays, 5 on Saturday.
Hi, this is Bob Larson with LSS Insurance. Medicare has lots of rules and regulations. If you're turning 65, preparing to retire, or have delayed Medicare, we can help. We can help you understand all the fine print and give you peace of mind. Let us help each step of the way to ensure you have the coverage you need. For more information, call 752-9493 or go to lssins.com. We are here to help. We have decades of experience and there is no cost to work with us. Call 752-9493.
Hi, this is James Stevens with White Pine Funeral Services. At White Pine, we value compassion, integrity, and service. We are committed to serving you and treating your family as our family. We will be here when you need us most, to listen, to help, and to provide exactly what your circumstances require. At White Pine, we promise to dedicate our time and attention to you and your family. We invite you to come by and meet us. We're confident you'll feel a difference.
Advanced Heating and AC, the gold medal winner in the Best of Northern Utah, is teaming up with Carrier Heating and Cooling. Carrier provides you with the best furnace units available. And now is the best time to buy a new unit before the weather turns Cache Valley cold. Financing options are available. Turn to the experts at Advanced Heating and AC and Carrier. Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Stop by at their showroom west of DI. Online, advancedheating-ac.com.
It's KVNU Game Day with Aggie Call. Call 753-KVNU or 800-369-KVNU.
Aggie Game Day with Al Lewis, John Russell, and with you. And we think there's something wrong with the text line. If you're texting, we can't get it to work. The guy in charge of the text line, I don't even know if he's here in town right now. So we'll hopefully have it fixed for Saturday night. But again, the phone line's available, 753-5868. But we don't see any texts, and we can't see anything since like maybe yesterday or something.
Well,
so.
Send one anyway.
Yeah, you can send one, and we'll try, and then maybe it'll be there. We can read it Saturday.
Maybe no one's texted us. That's the problem.
Maybe that's it. But Aggies win 81-56. UNLV in Nevada having a heck of a game right now, and Bryce Hamilton has made some spectacular shots. And then earlier again, it was 2 free throws by Kejab with 1 second to go. They gave Boise State 58-57 win over San Diego State. And Fresno State stopped their losing streak at 4 as they won at Air Force. They're 7-7 now, Fresno State is. In the conference standings. Aggies are now at 7-9 with the win tonight.
Is Hamilton your player of the year?
Yes, right now I would pick him. I think he's the best player in the league.
All around.
Well, he's the most explosive. I mean, Justin being all around, you have a hard time voting against Justin for all that he does. But, I mean, it's just as far as being explosive and carrying his team almost more than anybody in the league. And Ike and Maldonado are really good. And stuff, but and Bradley's there, and Orlando Robinson's there, and Sherfield, and I mean Cambridge it looked like Bryce Hamilton when he played here and all. But I would say I would vote probably Hamilton, Bean, and then I'd probably have to I'll maybe pick Ike. After that, maybe.
Ike's been
and then Roddy. I mean, and Roddy's really dang good, too, all around.
Unfortunately for Bean, his biggest problem is the Aggies, if they had a better record, if they were in the top 3, I think he would have a chance to have it.
If we would have won those close games and stayed right at the top of this league,
but they do look at it.
Here is Justin tonight after the Aggie game in the Spectrum, the win tonight on our Aggie Call postgame.
Come on.
Not really. No. I still like talking to you.
No, that's nice. But
it's
not the same.
It's good vibes.
I guess where they were doing some fun stuff. There we go now.
That was exciting. Again, we had a really good mentality. I thought we were locked in all week, despite the loss from Boise last game, and that really showed tonight. I thought we didn't have a lot of mental lapses, and we were composed. We didn't turn the ball over in the first half. Kind of got away from us in the second half early, but overall I thought we did a good job getting back to our brand of basketball and sharing the ball, and obviously had 23 assists, 11 turnovers. So it's pretty solid. So had good games from everybody. Definitely got to give Brock a shout out for that three-pointer. That was probably the loudest this arena's gotten, all year. So that was exciting for him to get his groove back and get back out there.
Question. Justin, that start was obviously incredible. You guys make your first 8 shots, including 4 threes, and never in doubt after that. That felt like.
Yeah, that was incredible. I looked up and saw 20 points with 14 left to play, and it's like, wow, we're on pace to score over 100. So it was, didn't do that, but we got ice cream, so that's all that matters, I guess. But yeah, it was a good effort from everybody. Like I said, when we get defensive stops and we're playing good defense, and our offense definitely feeds off that. And so that was what I thought was a huge key to knocking down those shots and just being confident.
So you guys have more energy tonight too. Just overall. Not that you haven't had that, but it just seemed like.
Yeah.
Was there anything?
Yeah, I mean.
Attitude. What was different tonight?
Yeah, I think again, just being back home definitely helps. It's hard not to get a lot of energy when you're playing in the Spectrum as the home team, and definitely showed tonight. But like you said, I think more than anything, we just didn't get complacent. You know, we didn't look down on ourselves after those 4 losses. We know what we're capable of, and win or lose, we know we can play with anyone in this league. And so I thought we did a good job just being confident in that and trusting in each other. And this is the healthiest, we've been in a long time. So obviously that plays a role in that too.
23 assists, I mean, that's great. I mean, obviously it's easier to tally those when shots are going down, but the ball movement really created everything.
It did. Yeah, the ball was moving. It was hot. I thought our spacing was really good tonight, and it hasn't been the last few games. And so we watched a lot of film on that, and myself included. We just had to really lock into that and not get careless with our spacing and just kind of float around the perimeter. We had to make decisive cuts, and I thought we did a good job of that, and just like you said, sharing the ball. So
you guys have been second half of the conference, so you're replaying teams, and some of the games haven't gone quite as well as the first go around. But this time, first game you guys go to OT. This time you blow them out. So does that feel like progress in that facet?
It does, yeah, definitely. I mean, at halftime, we saw we had a good lead, but we said, well, you look back at that game, and this is exactly the position, that we were in, on the other side of it. We were down by a long ways, and we're able to come back. And so it was good to be able to just, close that gap and just not let them get back in the game and just really take control, in the second half. So like you said, it's finishing games has been an emphasis that we need to do a better job at. And obviously this wasn't too close, but in the future we need to continue to have that mindset.
Yeah, it is a sweep, so at least the Aggies get somebody a sweep this year. And every year in the league we've at least had one, and we do get that one tonight against New Mexico for sure.
And needed it, and I don't think we should really discount the victory. I mean, New Mexico's struggling this year.
But they, a week ago today, beat Wyoming.
They did beat Wyoming, and they have players that can put points on the board.
They competed at Wyoming, and House had 42 points at Air Force, so they could score the ball.
But I like what Justin was saying. It was a solid game all the way around. They started strong. They finished well. A little, I hate to be, pessimist, a little sloppy at the beginning of the second half.
I put down 3 quick turnovers after they'd had the first time they'd had a 23-point lead in the game, which eventually got to 27, I think was their biggest.
But then once turned around, they kind of got things under control. So, all in all, a good game, and it's what you need. I mean, this game really came at the perfect time. The Aggies have been struggling. They were able to put things together. But again, what I liked is there was not a lot of the ISO ball that we've seen the last couple of games. The defensive help was good. A lot of those things that we've been missing out showed up tonight, and they just need to be carried to Colorado State.
29 was the largest margin, 76-47 after Dorius made the 2 free throws to secure the custard for everybody. That was what it was.
And that's a big deal. I mean, we've heard that from pretty much everyone now.
Trevins made big free throws against New Mexico. Remember, he made the 2 when they picked him to shoot the shots when Ryland couldn't shoot them down there.
Exactly.
So, all righty, one final segment, and it's Coach Odom, and we'll give you a chance if you want to call, and we'll go through final stats and all as the Aggies win tonight and stop the losing streak. It's an Aggie win on game day on KVNU.
The new year isn't the only thing we're celebrating here at Alpine Home Medical. This year marks our 25th anniversary, and we couldn't be happier to serve you. Hi, I'm Jay Broadbent. If you haven't shopped with us, we'd love for you to make us your one-stop shop for any of your home medical needs. They're always changing, so please don't hesitate to stop by any of our 10 locations throughout Utah and southern Idaho. Or online at alpinehomemedical.com.
Cache Valley Bank's newest branch is now open in Preston. I'm Lance Zollinger, and I'm excited to announce Cache Valley Bank is now open inside Stokes Marketplace. If you're an existing customer, you'll love the convenience. If you're not a customer, we'd love to have you open a new account with us, or even talk with us about a loan for your farm or business. Cache Valley Bank, a community bank where decisions are still made locally, now open in Preston. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Getting engaged? For more than a century, S.C. Needham Jewelers has been selling diamond engagement rings. For 5 generations, we've been selling natural diamonds. Now making history, we're excited to introduce lab-grown diamonds to our selection. These are beautifully cut diamonds and are man-made. They do save you money. Come examine these new diamonds, then select the perfect ring. You'll get S.C. Needham quality at internet pricing. Open 10 to 7. Where Utah gets engaged. S.C. Needham Jewelers, middle of the block at the sign of the clock.
West Point Dairy Products at Hiram is hiring. West Point Dairy Products has been manufacturing high-quality butter for over 25 years in Cache Valley. They're currently expanding and want you on their growing team. West Point Dairy Products offers competitive wages for entry-level positions starting at $18 per hour, full benefit packages, double time on Sundays, a $2,000 sign-on bonus, and tremendous opportunities for growth. For immediate consideration, call Express Employment Professionals at 435-213-9595.
Talking about the Aggies. It's KVNU Game Day. Call 753-KVNU or 800-369-KVNU.
What was it? I think we had 6 in double figures in a 90, to 87 overtime win against New Mexico earlier. And tonight we had 4 in double figures. Bench scoring in the game. Actually, New Mexico led the way 23-14. A big part of that was Jenkins, who had 12 in the second half to almost lead them in scoring. Mashburn had 13, but Utah State wins it tonight by 81-56. And UNLV now leads Nevada 60-47 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the game. So unless Nevada gets hot, which they can do, and they just made a three-pointer to get it back to. It was a 10-0 run, and then Nevada just stopped that with a 3-point shot. So as Coleman made that, so 60-50. Is now the score with 3 minutes to go in that game. And, John, one other thing we should mention, besides the season ending in an abrupt way for Ridgeline and Skyview, semifinal state tournament, Skyview in the last 10 seconds lost the game in a close one. I guess Snow King was able to score and win 47-45. Dixie led most of the game against Ridgeline and beat them 56-47. But Century ended Preston's season 68-55 in the district tournament tonight.
Had not heard that.
Yeah,
Had not heard that.
And so Ridgeline girls will play for the championship tomorrow.
That's the only local team.
They will play Desert Hills for the championship tomorrow because Desert Hills beat Skyview's girls. And I believe it's either 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock tomorrow, I think it is. And it'll be on 104.5 The Ranch. You can hear their game tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be good. That's that Ridgeline girls team. They've been dominant this year.
They are really good. So really good.
My money's on them.
All right, let's get to West Point. We just heard from West Point Dairy, and they are hiring, always making butter products that go all over the world, competitive wages. They start at $18 an hour, full benefits. They're looking for people mechanically inclined, skilled machine operators, 213-9595. So Coach Ryan Odom's team got out of the losing streak, and now he finally gets a chance to speak after a win tonight, 81-56 over to Mexico.
Yeah. I think first and foremost, it's great to get a win for our guys. We had a tough stretch. Obviously losing 4 in a row is really hard for our guys, but one of the things I told them after the game was you would have never known had you walked into our practices, that we had lost 4 in a row. You couldn't tell the difference if we won 4 or if we lost 4. The mood and the attitude was really strong, and obviously tonight, having Brock back was huge. Just his, just him being out there, warming up, being obviously I decided to put him in pretty early in the game, and I kind of wrestled with that. Was I going to do that initially right away or kind of wait till later in the half? And I said, I better go ahead and do it, given the situation and his back and all that. He's warming up, and I don't want him just sitting over there the whole time. And so let's go ahead and get to it. And I thought he did really well. He just provides an intensity, a leadership, that is so important for any team. And he means a ton to us, and I think you saw the reaction of all of his teammates and coaches how excited everybody was just to see him get back in there. And regardless of whether he made a shot or didn't, that didn't really matter. Just his presence was so important. As it relates to the game, I thought our guys, the theme of this game for us was we got to defend. We need our defense back, and we need our defense to lead us, to a victory. And I thought overall there were stretches where we guarded really, really well and made things hard. You're not going to shut anybody out, but I think overall our guys, did, do a nice job of guarding the rim a little bit better, than we had been over the last, several games, even prior to, that little losing streak. And, I thought our guys were very attentive, to Mashburn. He's a really tough player. He's a great pull-up player. And then House is so fast. I mean, you can see it with your own eyes, right? Like, he is just so fast coming up the court. He creates fouls and just problems for your defense, because he gets it up there so well. And then offensively, I thought our guys did a really nice job, of passing the ball tonight. I think our guys were spaced a lot better and were more confident. I thought Sean had a really nice game. It was good to get him back out there playing like himself. Rylan obviously, was excellent in terms of handling the ball and doing what we needed him to do. And Steven was great. I mean, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. I thought he really led us in a lot of positive ways.
Question? You brought up Jalen House 1 for 8 tonight. That's pretty incredible to hold him to that.
Yeah, no question. And he didn't play, the last 10 minutes or so. I think, Coach took he and Mashburn out. I'm not sure exactly the time frame there, but it's not easy. I mean, the one shot that he made was difficult. That was over. I can't remember if it was Rylan or Steven, but I mean, it was a step back too that our guy had their hand up, and so I mean that's what we had hoped for. We'd hoped to be able to put them in some situations that were a little bit more hard. And I think when they did get towards the rim and get close in there on us, our bigs did a nice job on most occasions of stepping over there, and then our other guys kind of, positioned themselves where they didn't have easy execution baskets, and I think that was a big key for us.
Coach, kind of talking about that defense. I mean, first half, 22% from 3.
Yeah.
3-point shooting team in the conference.
Yeah, I mean they're really good, and they have multiple guys that can shoot threes, and obviously Johnson in the first game, in the first matchup, he had 7. He had 4 in the first half, I think. And, Bean was kind of matched with him and for parts of that game. And I thought he did a really nice job of right amount of help, and getting back to him and forcing him to dribble. And then Jenkins, Jenkins obviously is a really good shooter. I know he got some there late, but I thought our guys did a nice job of chasing and switching when we needed to. I think just the intensity and the focus was there overall. Better than it's been, in some other games.
So there's Coach Odom after the game. Again, the praise for Brock Miller. And you were right on, John. One of the things he talked about was our offense was spaced and flowing better than it has been the last little while.
And it was good to see, again, not making people do things that they aren't normally used to doing. I love the aggressiveness that we saw from Bairstow. He played, I think, really well. Ashworth, one of the better games he's had as of late. But you can't win games doing things that you're not supposed to or that you're not used to doing. We talked about, guys like Hamilton for UNLV. He's a guy where the game is tight, you can give it to him and let him do it. That's not Aggie basketball. You've got to run your offense. Don't worry about getting a good you worry about a good shot.
2 extra passes is
but you don't care if there's 2 seconds on the shot clock or 20, as long as it's the right shot.
Aggies made 9 of 10 free throws, as James told us. 13 of 61 shots from the field, 52%, shooting over 50 both halves. And again, 21 Bean, 19 Horvath, 12 for Bairstow, 10 for Ashworth. Ashworth had 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Bairstow had 4 rebounds and 3 assists in the game tonight. And Bean, his 6th ever double-double, I think it is, or 43rd ever double-double. He gets to 45. He ties Caroline. And 49, we'd have to get to Nico Carvacho. He's going to have to play some more games. And Idle Rock got 5 with 4 rebounds, and Horvath 19 with the 3 rebounds. We mentioned 13 Mashburn, 12 for Jenkins. They shot 36%, only 5 of 17 threes. And again, they had 11 assists, 34 rebounds. The Aggies 42 in the game. Offensive rebounds were 8-4. Actually, second chance points in the game. They had 10, and Utah State only had 2 second chance points. That's the stats for Cache Valley Bank. John, we're to the top of the hour. We'll see you then Saturday. Enjoy the game in the Spectrum, and then come down and join with us afterwards.
I'll be here.
Appreciate all the fans joining with us, again, listening in. We'll try to get that text line fixed, we think, for Saturday night as we hit.
As our world changes, we'll keep you up to date. News Talk KVNU Logan, 102 FM, 610 AM, the voice of Northern Utah.